Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been doing well. Today's video is going to be a roundup of all my brown colored bags. A couple years ago, it might have been last year, I'm not quite sure, I have previously done a black handbag collection video, and I definitely have a lot more black handbags than I do brown handbags. But I would say in the last couple years, I've really gotten much more into brown colored handbags. And so at this point, I feel like I have accumulated enough to be able to do a dedicated video on it. It's definitely not going to be anywhere near as long as my black handbag collection video, but I still thought it'd be fun to go through and show you guys all the brown handbags I have. Now, another caveat is in the past, I have been drawn to brown handbags that were logo driven. So you'll see some Louis Vuitton, some Gucci, some Fendi monogram prints that are in the brown canvas or the brown print. I would say it wasn't really until the last couple years that, with the rise of popularity of brown in general, that I kind of started to really explore that color a little bit more. I would say generally in my wardrobe, I almost always wear black or incorporate black into my wardrobe somehow. And then when it comes to colors, I usually gravitate towards pastels or pinks and blues. I feel like for that reason, I haven't really been into brown colored handbags, but it's definitely a trend that I've kind of gotten into a little bit more and I really, really like. There is at least one or two other brown colored handbags that I'm like really interested in possibly adding to my collection at some point. But for now, I figured I would just go through and show you what I currently have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to start with, let's see here. I'm going to start with my oldest bag here. And this is the Louis Vuitton Drouot bag. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation. This was a hand-me-down from my mom, and obviously the Louis Vuitton monogram print is this dark brown colored. Because of the logo on some of these bags, I felt like it was easier to incorporate into my wardrobe, and I really have no idea why that is. But yeah, like I said, this is one of my oldest bags. This was a hand-me-down from my mom. This is not a bag I use all the time, but I do feel like this is a great brown colored bag. I really, really like it. It has definitely lost its shape a little bit. It's supposed to be like very, very flat and structured. You can definitely find these on the pre-loved market. I think I saw one on DCT Vintage that was like $500. Like, I find that they're very reasonably priced, and you can find them in better condition than this one is. But yeah, this is my first brown handbag to show you guys. Speaking of DCT Vintage, this is a brown handbag that I purchased from them last year, and this is a vintage Gucci tote, and I absolutely love this bag. I think it is so, so great. And yeah, I am cheating a little bit with the monogram here just because I feel like this isn't like a true brown. Like, this background color right here is a little bit lighter. It's more of a tan color. And even this brown here isn't that dark. It's, you know, a little bit more of a darker tan. And if you were a little bit shy about dark brown, kind of like I was, I do really think that the logo, if that's your vibe, which I know it is not everyone's vibe, which I totally understand, but this can be like a good gateway into exploring brown or adding brown more into your wardrobe. And then the second one I have is this tried and true trusty Gucci crossbody bag. The strap is tucked in, but this is a crossbody bag. And this is also one of my oldest bags. And yes, even though these are logos for sure, it's a very recognizable GG for Gucci, I also feel like because it is kind of throughout the entire bag, it kind of blends in a little bit and kind of makes it seem like a pattern rather than the logos. Obviously, if you know designer brands, you'll know that this is Gucci. I'm not saying this is a low-key bag at all. It's definitely not. But you know how Chanel can have the CCs like right here, for example? This is just more of a pattern bag, which has been easy for me to style for the most part. And this is definitely my favorite bag to travel with because of this coated canvas. It is so durable. It is definitely prone to wear and tear. Don't get me wrong. You can see that some of the canvas is like fading up here and up here. But that being said, I just feel like for how often I've used this bag, how much I've traveled with it, it's been through rain. It's a very slim bag, but it can fit a lot, which is definitely one of the best things I think a travel bag needs. And because it is crossbody, I can be hands-free and go sightseeing throughout the day. And it's just been a very nice, carefree bag. The final monogram bag I have in the brown category is this Fendi shoulder bag. And I picked this up from Japan a couple years ago, pre-loved, and I really, really love this bag. I don't have a Fendi baguette, and I would really love to add one to my collection someday, but I just haven't found the right one yet. And I do think if I do a Fendi baguette, I definitely want to go the pre-loved route. So I have my eyes open on a couple websites just for that right one to come along someday. But yeah, this has the Fendi logo print, as you can see, in the dark brown. And this is just a really, really wonderful, carefree bag. It is regular canvas though. It's not the coated canvas that this Gucci is in. And I believe This one too is kind of in that like coated canvas material. So this is very, very durable. And this is much more of a fabric bag. So I do want to be careful with this, you know, in the rain or any stains or anything like that. However, the good thing is because it is dark brown, I feel like it can hide any sort of dirt or wear and tear a little bit better than if it was a lighter colored bag. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, this is my last logo brown bag to show you guys. Next, I have the Celine Ava bag. This is in the medium size, and this is what they call the color tan. I feel like this is a really, really nice neutral. This is not quite as dark as a super dark chocolatey brown, but it's just a little bit lighter, but it's not a beige either. This is a great bag. I did just show this bag in my Celine collection video, which you guys will have seen pretty recently. So I won't go into too much detail about it, but this is a great brown bag in my opinion. And I really feel like Celine does this color so, so well. If you like this color at all, I would definitely check out the Celine bags in this color because I really feel like they really do this color beautifully. Next, I have my vintage Bottega Veneta Hobo bag, and this is also from DCT Vintage. And I would say this is my first dark brown bag. Before this, I hadn't had any bags in this particular color. I either had the logo bags or the Celine Ava bag, which is in a much lighter color. And so this kind of felt like a little bit of a leap for me because I was so used to wearing black bags or like other colored bags, and I wasn't really quite sure how I would incorporate this into my wardrobe. But I have to say, I absolutely love this bag. And I really think that if you're interested in this style from Bottega Veneta, vintage is the way to go because it is so similar looking to the hot bag and some of the other bags I have, and they're so, so expensive. But this one I bought for less than $1,000 on DCT Vintage. And so I really feel like you can find a great deal on vintage bags if you were interested in this style. Doesn't have to be this color. I've seen some really, really pretty like bright colors if that's what you were interested in, but this style is great. It fits over my shoulder very, very comfortably and it can fit a ton. I love the slim silhouette. The leather is great quality and I feel like this bag has held up very, very well. And yeah, I was really, really happy to add this into my collection. I really feel like this was a great purchase for me. So after I got that bag, I ended up getting the La Mer croissant bag, and this is in their dark chocolate color. I feel like this was kind of like my gateway drug into brown, and then I really like doubled down with this. This actually from far away could look black depending on the lighting and where you are. Originally, when I first unboxed it, I was a little bit like, oh no, they sent me a black bag instead of the dark brown bag that I ordered. And I think it's because the lighting in my living room is not very good. So when I was unboxing it, I was like, what color is this? And then I took it to the light and kind of realized, oh, it is just a very, very dark brown. And this is such an easy casual bag. Sometimes you just want something that is not designer, no logos, and I just love the little croissant design. This little zipper pull too, it's like so puffy and soft. It's really, really great. This is definitely a great grab and go bag as well, and this dark chocolate brown is so, so nice. And the leather is really, really good quality. I'm very impressed with La Mer as a brand in general. I definitely would be open to adding more La Mer bags into my collection in the future. I just haven't found the right one yet. Based on my experience with this bag, at least, I do feel like they have really, really great quality leather, and I haven't had any issues with this, and I really, really love this bag. And my final brown bag is this Marge Sherwood Boston bag, and the little Hello Kitty charm is backwards. So let me move it forward for you guys. So I added this little Hello Kitty charm I got in Hawaii last year, and I just felt like it was the perfect match because this is a Hawaiian Hello Kitty. You can see that she's kind of tan. I just feel like her tan with the little pineapple outfit matches this bag very well. I might add one or two more charms to it. I haven't quite decided yet, but for now, this is kind of how it looks. And I'm definitely going to do a more detailed review on this bag, so stay tuned for that. But for the last couple of weeks that I've been using this bag, I have to say I absolutely love it. I specifically wanted this color, and they do have a dark brown color as well, which I was very, very drawn to. They also have a suede version, which I was very, very drawn to. But I have to say it was very similar in color to this bag. And I was kind of like, as much as I'm in my brown bag era and as much as I really wanted to add this in a darker color, I kind of wanted to be a little bit more versatile, expand my collection in a way where I had something a little bit different. And what I really like about this, and I mentioned this in my reveal video, is that this kind of reminds me of like an armchair, like a well-used leather armchair. And you can see that in kind of the crinkled aged look of this leather. I really like this lighter brown color, especially because I just don't have a bag of this color in my collection, and I think it's a great neutral. I really like wearing this bag with just a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, and I just feel like that goes really well together. And yeah, I've just been really, really loving this bag. So that is pretty much it for the brown handbag. So I really don't have that much. And most of them were, more logo heavy. So for the non-logo ones, I really only have 4. In terms of the bags that I would love to add, so I am curious about maybe adding a different style from this brand to my collection. I really feel like Marge Sherwood does this kind of like darker brown very, very well. So I would be definitely open to adding another Marge Sherwood bag into my collection that's like a darker brown color, but I'd have to make sure that they're very different. Like I wouldn't want to get the exact same thing in a dark brown, and I wouldn't want to get something that's like a hobo bag either. So it'd have to be kind of a different style. And I don't have any suede bags in my collection. I'd really like to add either like a lighter tan suede bag or a dark brown suede bag to my collection. I just haven't figured out which one yet. I'm really drawn to the Miu Miu suede pouch bag, which I'll insert a photo of. I think that if I want to go suede, I'm going to try to go with a smaller bag first, just so I can kind of like test it out a little bit, because I know suede is a little bit more delicate. I feel like this bag in suede would be absolutely beautiful. Like the hot bag in suede, I think is so, so, so beautiful. But I think I'm just scared to have a larger handbag in suede. So I think that's why I would go smaller first. So I'm really, really considering the Miu Miu one. And yeah, I've also been thinking about getting a dark brown tote bag. I don't know. So if you guys have any ideas for like a larger dark brown bag that could be a really good work bag, but I've been kind of looking at a few of those online as well. It definitely has to fit a laptop and it needs to be comfortable. So those are my top 2 priorities for a work bag. I would love your suggestions. If you have a good recommendation, let me know in the comments. But yeah, those are the kinds of bags that I think I want to add to my collection eventually. Who knows if that will happen anytime soon. But in the meantime, these are my current brown bags. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really, really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. And if you would also subscribe to my channel, that would really mean the world to me. And with that, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.